Hello, beloved. Welcome to another episode of Word of Life Weekly Teaching. Your midweek moment to pause, reflect, and realign. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most profound verses in Scripture, Psalm 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. In a world driven by chaos, noise, and deadlines, God is calling us to a sacred stillness, not just the absence of activity, but the presence of divine awareness. This verse is not just a gentle suggestion, it's a command to pause, and a promise that when we do, we'll discover who He truly is. Let's explore together what it means to be still and truly know God. Let's dive in quickly as we look into this powerful and timeless scriptures. Psalm 46 and verse 10. And I titled it, Be Still and Know That I Am God. God meaning me now, as usual. The King James Version, the old one states, Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the hidden. I will be exalted in the earth. Very, very powerful. So, the New King James reads, Be still and know that I am God, and I will be praised among the nations. I will be praised in the earth. So, our outline as usual, we look at scripture versions very quickly. The NIV states, Be still and know that I am God. I'll be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Meaning God is in control. He's in charge. And His name will be glorified everywhere as long as we're with Him. The New Living Translation states, Be still and know that I am God. I'll be honored by every nation. I'll be honored throughout the world. So stillness leads us to recognize God's presence and His divine authority over us and over the earth. Very important. The Living Bible states, Stand still, know that I am God. I'll be honored in every nation in the world. It reminds us to pause, be still, and trust fully in God's supreme authority and global glory. The message states, Step out of the traffic. Take a long, loving look at me, your high God, above politics, above everything. Powerful reminder to pause and refocus on God. Very important. Finally, the ESV states, Be still and know that I am God. I'll be exalted among the hidden, and I'll be exalted in the earth. Stillness allows us to fully experience God's presence. The world is chaotic right now. A lot of noise. We need to be still and listen to it. So let's elaborate this verse. Be still means in the Hebrew, relax, let go, cease striving, the hurry, the hustle, the bustle. Life, be still means let's relax. It's not just about physical stillness, spiritual, mental, intellectual calmness, a call to surrender and trust in God. Number 2, what does it mean? Let's elaborate. Speaks to know that I am God, a call to trust Him. Knowing God is not just intellectual, but experiential. We need to experience Him. The Bible says, taste and see that the Lord is good. We need to test Him. When you're eating, you have the taste and you feel it. Test it. It's good to test Him by experiencing, not just hearing, not just understanding Him with our intellect or minds, but experiencing Him, feeling Him. Very important. It means believing in His sovereignty even when life feels chaotic. Exactly. The third elaboration means Psalm 46 was written in the time of war and turmoil, and it reminds Israel, it reminds us to trust God as our refuge. Very important. So God's presence brings peace even in uncertain times. This is key. Let's visually represent the verse. Scene 1 speaks to a person standing in the middle of a storm, chaos, but at peace because the person trusts God. A calm lake after the storm, everything went, ooh, but because God is there, it definitely calms down. No matter the situation, the noise from Satan, God is always there to silence it as long as we acknowledge the storm and the calm lake symbolizing God's peace that surpasses all understanding. Refresh and permeate around our hearts, speaking to Philippians 4 and verse 7. And the thought saying, a person living in prayer with the words, be still and know God appearing slowly. What does it mean for us today? Very importantly, stand silent. Be still means to cease striving, cease raging, hustling. The Hebrews word still means rafa, to let go, to relax. Stop fighting, stop craving, stop dying to get. Be still. Today it means a world of hustle, going morning, coming night, anxiety, pressure, to make ends meet, to fix things, to have, to accumulate things. We need to be careful not to pressure ourselves. A man's life does not consist in the things that he has. God is saying, pause, calm down, let go of control. Let me drive you. Let me take the wheels and I'll drive you to rest in me. Stillness is a spiritual discipline. It's about quieting our hearts so we can hear God clearly. The noise today will not let us hear. We need to find time, calm down, and listen to. Number 2, what it means for us today. Know that I am God. Knowing is deep intimacy, personal experience of God by ourselves, not what we know about Him. We know Him by ourselves, not just head knowledge, intimate knowledge. When storms rage around, be it health, finances, uncertainties, this is a cultural problem. It's God's supreme power. He's in charge and He's in sovereign control of everything. We are reminded God is not absent. He's actively present. It challenges us to shift from fear to faith, believing Him. I will be honored by every nation in the world means God's global glory is inevitable. Once we align, we connect, His name will be exalted in us, through us, as He is doing, we are seeing in other human beings on the earth. So despite wars, chaos across countries, continents, nations, God's purpose and glory will prevail as long as we align with His will. So it gives us confidence as we are part of a greater plan, one where God's kingdom will reign over every nation, people, and place. So let's align with Him, and that is what it means for us today. Let go of anxiety, hustle, bustle, running up and down kind of life, trying to make ends meet. Let go of it. Let go of control. Let go of holding on to situations we can't really change. Let go of overthinking, depression. Let's trust deeply in God's presence and power. Even when things don't make sense, He will make sense for us. Let's rest in the assurance that God is already at work in that chaos. Let's worship Him, knowing that His name will be glorified in us, because no matter what we see or see. How do we apply this? Make time our responsibility now. The response with ability. Remember, in the words of the great Myron Golden, our responsibility actively is to make quiet time with Him. Spend 5 to 10 minutes daily in silence. Listen to Him. Use Psalm 46 as a meditation verse. Very important. This is key. Let's stop worrying. Practically start trusting. When life feels overwhelming, disturbing, raging, the storms are raging, let's surrender control to God. Matthew 6:34 says, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Exactly. Let's tune out the noise, disconnect from social media, TV, or news, and focus on Him. Use that time to pray, study His word. Prayer is speaking to Him, studying His word is listening to Him. Exactly. So let's listen to Him the more by His word. And journal about His faithfulness once we engage in this. Let's rest in God's promises. Isaiah 41:10 says, do not fear, I am with you. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Let's rest on these promises. As they resonate with us, they will impart us and practically we'll see the dividends. All right, let's look at books and quotes. We're ending this session. There are classics that will help you know and experience the scriptures. Number 1, Be Still My Soul by Elizabeth Elliot. Fantastic emotional classic that speaks to trusting God through suffering, loss, and on the unknown. She writes with depth of authenticity, pointing readers to the stillness of God, stillness of our soul in the midst of being, but to the pursuit of God, by the legendary A.W. Tozer of blessed memory. This spiritual classic emphasizes stillness, contemplative stillness, intimacy with God, and knowing Him beyond surface religion, Christian name bearing, but intimate personal knowledge of Him. Chapter 1 especially speaks to the inward stillness required to truly know God. Powerful book, get it to refresh. Number 3, Experiencing God by Henry Blackaby. Blackaby, in this life transforming book, guides believers into deeper communion with God. The idea of knowing God and aligning with His will requires stillness, spiritual sensitivity, and obedience. Powerful classic. Get it. Number 4, The Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. This timeless classic embodies the essence of being still, quiet. Learn to remain in God's presence in the midst of daily life, even in mundane tasks. Finally, Ruthless Elimination of Worry by John Mark. Though a recent and modern book, but rooted in ancient wisdom, Comer argues that stillness and silence are spiritual disciplines we must recover. It's been lost, we must recover to truly know God in our busy life. Sweet book. I have them in soft copies. Reach out in the comment section and I'll provide them. Just provide your email or your WhatsApp number and you get them soft copy. You can read them with your iPad or your tablets. Powerful book. All right. Corrie ten Boom says, never be afraid to trust an unknown future to remain God. Exactly. Number 2, the sage of blessed memory, Charles Spurgeon, said, the best remedy for anxiety is a steady confidence in the wisdom and love of God. Absolutely. Number 3, A.W. Tozer of blessed memories. When you are down to nothing, God is up to something. Align with Him. Exactly. Number 4, Requiring said, God's peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of God in the midst of trouble. I love that. Finally, Philip Brooks said, the character may be manifested in great moments, but it's made in the small moments, in the stillness. Exactly. I agree. Absolutely. So, beloved, how has this verse spoken to you today? How has it resonated with you in this short time and space? Remember, when life feels overwhelming, pause and remember, God is in control. Stillness is not passive. It's an active trust in God's plan. Because God is our refuge and our strength, as provided verbatim in Psalm 46, verse 1. So let's rest in His presence. Be still. He is God. Jesus is Lord. Wow. As we've seen today, stillness isn't weakness, it's strength under divine control. Psalm 46 in verse 10 reminds us that Jesus doesn't need our hustle to be exalted. He simply asks for our trust. So this week, when life feels loud, pause. In the quiet, you hear the voice of the Almighty saying, I am God. Right, don't forget to share this powerful word with someone who needs stillness in their soul. Also like, comment, and share. Also subscribe for more teachings every week. Until next time, on the Word of Life Weekly, keep your heart still, your mind fixed, and your spirit anchored. See you next week. And until then,